Hello and welcome back to another episode. I'm your reporter Nara Rosa. From campus creativity to cultural celebration, alumni success to student concerns, we've got it all covered with our upcoming student reports. Today we begin with a feature on the Senior Student Art Exposition, where graduating students bring their visions to life through powerful personal pieces, brought to you by our reporter Nadia Yusri.
Heels Overhead is an exhibition showing the remarkable work of the senior art students. Each piece reflects their artistic journey and celebrates the ideas and emotions that shape their art, inspired by real-life experiences and the world around them. This year, the exhibition opening was also part of the Tahrir Culture Fest, bringing even more people to see the creativity and vision coming from the new generation of artists.
Our current exhibition is our graduate senior thesis show. So at the culmination of our majors who are studying in the visual arts program, they have an entire year to research deeply and do different kinds of sort of crafting and work towards a final project in which they produce both a research thesis paper, but then also a work that is displayed in our end of year senior show. Each student is allowed to cultivate and sort of find their own way towards their project. And it's completely open to them what they choose to engage with and look at based on their own personal interests, sociopolitical issues that they're concerned with and they want to address with their work, or also their own personal life experiences.
The students use all kinds of materials and styles, from video and photography to textiles and found objects. No two works are the same, and together they show how young artists are thinking, feeling, and responding to the world around them.
My inspiration comes from the dark, driving in Cairo and seeing all the billboards illuminated at night, whereas the streetlights are completely turned off. And so my work criticizes the prioritization of commercial lighting over public infrastructure, which compromises public safety.
For these students, this exhibition is not an ending, it's a beginning, a first step into the world with full hearts, bold voices, and stories they are ready to share.
It's a bit of an exploration around guilt, like the bad goods and the bads, and even the way how you can use the good for repentance and salvation. All books based on biblical themes in my work.
This senior student exhibition is more than an academic milestone. It's a chance to express, to grow, and also a powerful step into the future. Nadia Yusri, AUCTV, Cairo.
Dance, music, and global flair come together in this year's Tahrir Cultural Festival celebration that brought the world to AUC's doorstep by our reporter Monora Isa.
Welcome to Tahrir Culture Festival, a celebration of global dance and culture here at the American University in Cairo. People gathered with family and friends for the festival's second edition, enjoying a variety of performances that showcased our diverse culture. The event kicked off with calming music and a lively salsa dance performed by students from Cairo American College. The energy shifted up as hip-hop took the stage, filling the atmosphere with excitement.
Really loved the Egyptian dance because it felt like I was like home, and like I could see my culture and the pretty costumes and like the eagle, like the wings. It was so amazing, and I really enjoyed it.
The Indian and Egyptian dance performances stood out, featuring beautiful costumes that highlighted their rich traditions.
My favorite dance is probably the Indian dance. I really liked their outfits and I really liked how they were in sync when they were doing it. And I loved all of the moves and everything.
Attendees moved through the festival. They experienced a journey around the world, enjoying different dances and culture. This was Manara Isa, AUCTV, Cairo.
Upcoming is a feature taking you inside AUC's library, a space that's more than just shelves and silence. From tech resources to historical archives, it's a campus gem. Reported to you by Joy Kalini.
The library at the American University in Cairo can be entered from multiple campus gates, including the main guarding gate. At the library entrance, students scan their university ID cards to enter, and also there is an accessible door is available for students with physical disabilities to ensure smooth entry. On the plaza level, the help desk provides assistance with general inquiries. Nearby, the scanning corner includes computers and scanners for document digitization and academic use.
I'm honestly really impressed with all the services offered in the library, starting from the place itself. It's a very productive place to be and study and finish everything I want to do or work in general, and also the resources itself that are offered from the books and the archives dating back to thousands of years ago. So in general, the library is a very important resource for the entire AUC community.
Study rooms are located off this floor. These enclosed spaces support group work, meetings, and collaborative study. Also, a central staircase connects the library's 3 floors. An elevator is available on the site for accessibility. The first floor includes study tables and open shelves, stocked with academic books across various disciplines. The second floor is a silent study zone, with the same layout as the first, offering individual seating and access to the library's books collection. The first floor houses the Rare Books and Special Collections Library. Among the highlights are one of the oldest recorded Qur'ans, an early copy of the Bible, and the first known Islamic marriage contract book. The floor also contains rare texts and paintings and architecture, as well as historical photographs of Old Cairo. A quiet common area provides space for students to read and study among these valuable materials. This was Joy Collini reporting for AUCTV, Cairo.
From ancient roots to modern rituals, our reporter Haneen Sid'i dives into Egypt's spring holiday, Shem al-Nasim, which explores how tradition lives on.
As spring arrives in Egypt, so does one of the country's oldest and most beloved traditions, Shem al-Nasim. On the Monday after Easter, Egyptians step outside, breathe in the fresh air, and take part in rituals that date back thousands of years. The origins of Shem al-Nasim stretch back to ancient Egypt during the time of the pharaohs. It was known then as Shemu, the festival of the harvest, marking the start of the agricultural season. The rituals back then included placing offerings like fish, green onions, and lettuce at temples, the spending the day outdoors, celebrating life and the promise of growth. Thousands of years later, many of those customs are still part of Shem al-Nasim. The celebration is open to all, Muslim, Christian, and otherwise. It's a national holiday where ancient rituals meet modern joy.
المهم ان هو بيبقى يوم جميل جدا بنقضي فيه كلنا يوم حلو، وده من اهم العادات بتاعتنا اللي بنبقى حريصين عليها دايما كعيد.
One of the most iconic traditions is eating smoked herring, ringa, or fasikh, which is fermented salted mullet fish. The fish is often served with green onions symbolizing protection and fresh lettuce, a sign of renewal. The strong smell is part of the experience, but not everyone is a fan.
الأكل ريحته وحشة بصراحة، ما كنتش أي حاجة من الحاجات دي، فأنا قعدت بعيد جدا، لما قعدوا أنا قعدت بعيد خالص بقعد أتفرج عليهم.
And even though the smell might be overwhelming to visitors, they still wanted to be a part of the experience.
كان أول مرة أجرب الرنجة، وكان في حاجات كتير حول الموضوع، رنجة والفسيخ وشم النسيم وكده، فكنت مبسوطة إني أجربه. يعني بصراحة هو السمك نفسه يعني مش أحسن حاجة بالنسبة لي، بس يعني حابة موضوع إن المصريين دايما بيلاقوا سبب عشان هما بيحتفلوا بأي حاجة. فيعني في حفلات كتير، المواضيع كتير، فأنا بحب الموضوع ده، فحبيت إن أكون جزء برضه من يعني الحفلة وبجربه يعني.
In addition, boiled eggs are painted in bright colors, just as they were in pharaonic times, symbols of new life. Shem al-Nasim may have begun in the age of the pyramids, but it still lives in the hearts of the Egyptians today. Through food, family, and fresh air, it's a reminder of how the simplest rituals can last thousands of years and still bring the people together. Haneen Sid'i, AUCTV, Cairo.
And in the upcoming profile, we spotlight AUC alumni Ahmed Al-Ghandour, the witty science communicator behind the viral YouTube show Al-Dahih. Taking us deeper into the spirit of Tahrir Cultural Festival, reporter Amina Omar brings us a vibrant feature on the lively bazaar where local brands and eco-friendly products take center stage in celebration.
The bazaar buzz that took place earlier this April at the AUC Tahrir campus with its vibrant atmosphere in the heart of downtown Cairo with its multicultural flavor. As a part of the AUC Tahrir 2025 Cultural Festival, the Bazaar Bus brought family and friends together to discover the city. In its second edition, that was held from 10 to 12 April at the Tahrir Cultural Center, the Bazaar was located in the open-air main garden.
أنا أول مرة أجي البازار وعجبني قوي well organized وناس بجد لطيفة وعجبني قوي أول مرة أجي بس فعلا انبسطت وأكتر حاجة عجبتني إن في تنوع قوي في الحاجات اللي موجودة وكده وأحلى حاجة بجد إن في حاجات ايكو فريندلي ويعني صديقة للبيئة ومفيدة وكده وقعدت أتكلم كتير مع الجروبس يعني عن الحاجات اللي بيقدموها I was so lucky إن أنا أبقى موجودة النهاردة.
Hosted by Entrepreneurs Society Student Club, the Bazaar provided a marketplace for creativity, showcasing local brands and eco-friendly products. The Bazaar products varied between jewelry, homemade crafts, children's books and toys, home decor, organic skincare, upcycled fashion, local clothes, heraldic brand, and sweets. Each item held environmental responsibility, showcasing the dedication of young innovators to sustainability. Besides being a marketplace, the Bazaar also provided sustainability and community spirit by supporting local entrepreneurs and creating a greener future and promoting for community choice for local shopping. The organizational structure of the Bazaar made it easier for the vendors to promote their own products, or even to provide a venue for a collective local brands, such as the Kahrawiya one. As for iCamet, it offers a unique service of capturing the eye, then printing the photo to apply it within one of its frames, besides selling a range of jewelry, acrylic, and mirrors. This was Amina Omar, AUCTV, Cairo.
Next up is an infographic piece that offers a visual journey through the Coptic language, its ancient origins and spiritual significance, and how it's being preserved in today's world, created by our reporter Arseni Sino.
You hear it every day in our words and our identity. The Coptic language. The word Coptic comes from the Coptic word Aegyption or Kyption that descends to the Greek word Aegyptios, meaning Egyptian. This is why the language is called the Egyptian language. Long before the Arabic and even before the Greek, Egyptians used the language that evolved over thousands of years, the hieroglyphs. The hieroglyphic script was so detailed and hard to write that the ancient Egyptian priests released a simplified alphabet and called it the Hieratic. Then when the Ptolemaic kingdom took over Egypt, the Demotic was born as hieroglyphic words written in Greek letters. But the Greek letters lacked some voices that the ancient Egyptian used, so 7 letters were added to the Greek alphabet, giving us Coptic. As Christianity entered Egypt, it used the widely spoken language then, and that's when the Coptic language got linked to the Egyptian Christians. Hundreds of years later, Arabic slowly took its place after the Islamic conquers, until Coptic lived mainly within the walls of churches. But Coptic didn't vanish. Today, Coptic survives as the sacred language of Egypt's Coptic Orthodox Church, sung, taught, and preserved through generations. Beyond rituals and songs, the Coptic echoes still shape how Egyptians speak today, influencing accents, expressions, and everyday slang. Egyptians now use words like futa for a towel, shibshib for flip-flops, and timsah meaning crocodile. Even well-known Egyptian food like fool, falafel, and kunafa are all Coptic words. Moreover, it was through Coptic that scholars could finally unlock the secrets of hieroglyphs, using the Rosetta Stone to read the lost language of the pharaohs and rediscover the heartbeat of ancient Egypt. Coptic is more than just an ancient language. It's a legacy, it's an identity, it's the story of Egypt living on through thousands of years.
And in our last report, we turn into a hot topic on campus, AUC's new parking subscription policy, which 95% of students say they oppose to, reported by Ala El-Mahdi.
The American University in Cairo is facing a parking dilemma, with the number of available spaces falling short compared to the increasing number of vehicles on campus. The situation leads to parking violations and creates an unsafe environment, according to the Chief Security Office. An initiative has been launched to force a parking subscription system, which officials believe will help resolve the problem. Accordingly, SU representative held several meetings independently with all committee members.
So regarding the parking subscription, we sat with the committee responsible for implementing this initiative starting last semester, which is the fall semester. They provided us with 4 reasons in order to support this initiative from their side. However, they all lacked logical support, and all the explanations were posted on our Instagram. And currently what we're doing is that we launched a campaign called Not at AUC in order to let the student body be aware of what's currently happening, and that the administration is currently trying to implement this initiative and let them speak up for their rights.
أنا حاسس إن هي we're already paying £5 كل يوم، فهي it's almost similar، بس هو لما تحسبيها لا هي I think it's like 3K ولا حاجة. لا it's more than double يعني كأنك بتدفع سنة كاملة بس in one semester. I think it's not fair، بس I think لو عملوها الناس هتدفع، الناس اللي قادرة تدفع هتدفع، والناس اللي مش قادرة تدفع مش هتدفع، وهيتسوحوا بقى. فهم هيعملوا ايه يعني؟ هيجوا بتاكس ولا هيعملوا ايه ولا؟ فهي it's not fair يعني الصراحة.
I don't really think it will make a difference، عشان كده الناس اللي معاها عربيات هتبدأ برضه تجيب عربيات. هو ممكن يعني support فكرة اللي هو carpooling وكده، بس يعني overall I don't think it will make a difference.
After the president denied the committee's request to meet with the student representative, the student union launched an online campaign to inform people about the challenges ahead. This was Ala El-Mahdi reporting for AUCTV.
Finally, coming up next is an interview with Farid Ramzi, one of AUC's Cadillac Club co-founders. We talk strength, student life, and more. Stay tuned. And we're back with our guest, Farid Ramzi, which is one of the 3 founders and 4 coaches of Cathletics movement here at AUC. Hi Farid, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
Good. So can you tell me a bit about how this movement came up and what made you bring this team?
Alright, so ever since I was a freshman, I've always participated in multiple teams in the university. I used to be part of the AUC rowing team, and as a freshman I was curious to see what teams were available, and I realized that calisthenics was not among the teams that were available, so it got me curious as in like how come there isn't a calisthenics team. So in my 4th year in the university, me and 2 friends, we decided to create a team to provide a base for students who are actually curious to train a new sport, and actually like use that as motivation to like bring people together and build a community, and at the same time like increase the range of sports available on campus.
So would you say it's been 1 year now, you said?
It's almost a year, yeah.
Okay, so would you say you have reached your goal?
We're still reaching the goal. Like we've been training for 2 semesters now, and our goal is to compete in like university competitions and even worldwide competitions and sector competitions and so on.
And what else would you hope for people to know about the team, and if they're looking to join, if what else would you like to share about that?
So calisthenics is a sport that is for everyone. And the beauty of the sport is you can train it anywhere. You don't have to train in a gym. You can train anywhere outdoors as long as you have a wall, your body weight, and anything to train on. And it's the beauty of the sport is that the equipments needed are not that much. So like it's very portable, and I feel like it's a great way to build strength. And like those who train calisthenics like long enough, they reach multiple milestones. They unlock a lot of skills, and like those things are very motivating for a lot of people. And like unlike the gym, even if you stop for like a month or two, you won't lose those skills right away. Unlike the gym where you can lose your like strength in such little time. And like we're trying to enlarge a community here, and like the beauty of this sport is that it encourages other people to like keep going as well.
So personally, what would you say the skills that you've gained and want to improve about yourself using the sport?
So I started off by doing pull-ups. Pull-ups were like the main foundation, and push-ups. When I started off calisthenics, I didn't know how to do a single pull-up or a push-up. And like the fact that I just started like doing like multiple reps of pull-ups and some push-ups, it gave me motivation to actually go even more. And therefore, like when I unlocked like my 10 pull-ups, I noticed the muscle up, so I kept working on the muscle up till I actually got my first muscle up, and then I just kept focusing on it. And then the muscle ups became weighted muscle ups, and I unlocked multiple variations. And then I would see people like doing skills like the handstand or the planche or the front or back levers. So looking at those skills and seeing how great they look, it made me curious as in like how much effort do I need to put in to reach that point. So I started like training the planche recently, and I'm currently at the tuck planche, and I can do tuck planche push-ups, and I'm moving on to the advanced tuck. And as for the muscle ups, I've unlocked so many variations, and I've done weighted calisthenics. Pull-up here is like 1 rep max of 50 kilos that are plus my body weight, and as for the muscle ups, it's another 15 kilos plus my body weight.
And now as for the physical aspect, I would like to know more if it helped you a part of physically.
So the idea of, like the thing about calisthenics is that there isn't like a limit. You can always go beyond the limits. Like I've always seen reels on Instagram where people do pull-ups, for instance, with like an additional 100 kilos on their body weight, and some go even beyond that, and they weigh more, they weigh more than 100 kilos. So looking at those reels, I feel like it's a motivation and like a reminder that in life is about like steps, and like when you set small yet achievable goals, in the long run you can actually accomplish the bigger milestones. And when you look at how far you came from, like for instance, when I started my calisthenics journey, I couldn't do a single pull-up, to me doing weighted pull-ups with reps, I feel like when I look at that, it gives me like a sense of like I'm actually proud of my progress, and I feel that I've accomplished a lot. And the same could actually apply to anything in life, is that if you work hard in anything, you can unlock multiple milestones, and you can definitely make an impact and inspire others as well.
Thank you, Farid, for coming on today's show. And that was it for today's show. See you next time with more guests and episodes.